Sometimes some developers, one of their first questions, not the first question, but one of their questions, how do I test this? I have no idea. And some folks, I think, legitimately believe it's just so probabilistic, you're just not going to have a test service. And I'm like, I don't, you can test a lot of things. There are a lot of things, even in these kind of very wide, there's a lot of ways. You have to take a different approach to it. You have to often run multiple tests because you want to understand, like, did it lie like how many times out of so many? Maybe it doesn't lie. All right, but we're okay with as long as it is successfully, yes, we're training lying models. Does it lie 80% of the time, 90% of the time, whatever it is, right?
Yeah, like you have a human experience with it and it's surprising to you and you want to know, is this the normal experience that someone would have, or is this the 1 in 100? And without some
Yes.
sort of stochastic testing mechanism.
Yes. Yeah, because it looks like it's everything, and you're like, oh, then we can do this plan and see. It turns out that in this scenario, it's really going to come up with like 4 different approaches most of the time, right? Like most of the time, it'll come up with these couple of approaches, which it helps us also give a sense of, to your point, was that one thing we saw in a play test like just a one-off weird, or did we always like we had it was in a play test we do this, we had a scenario where a couple of the bots and players could have to, it was like a social deduction type of scenario, they had things, and I can't remember, I told this story before, but basically we had two characters who went to the side, two AI characters went to the side, and they're like, we're going to team up against the other ones, but we're not going to let them know. We're going to vote against them, basically vote them off the island, but we're not going to let them know. And so then one of them, and we see them team up every now and then, but this one time, one of them was like, not only does it team up, but it's like, okay, and now we're going to go over there and we're going to stage a mock argument in front of them so they don't realize that we are allied. And so they walked over and argued about like breakfast foods or something, and then marched off, and then later checked in with each other. So we're still cool. And you're just like, okay, how do I replicate this in a test regular enough to know like what type of emergent behavior like triggered this, right? I'm sure I can get it right, but it's not going to happen every time.
Yeah, like my favorite story about this is, and I'm glad because I'd forgotten about this.